What's up, everybody? My name is Anthony Patterson. I am here at the Raleigh Municipal Building on behalf of the Black on Black Project's special presentation of Curated Conversations. I am here for the Breathe Life After Death exhibition featuring an artist by the name of JP Jermaine Powell. JP, can you give me a quick overview of your artistic practice?
Well, my artistic practice, I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio. I went to Pratt Institute in New York City with the BA in film. So I did film and I did painting. So my painting explores complex human relationships, but as opposed to how it deals with materialism and consumerism.
Wow. 2020 has been a year full of complexity, right? I mean, from the passing of notable figures to uprisings and protests nationwide across the country to, of course, the unavoidable global pandemic. How are you navigating this year?
Well, I think for me, I turned tragedy into triumph, and it's been actually a great year for me creatively. I've been able to collaborate with different artists that I actually admire. I've learned to kind of overcome fears that I had in being an artist and being maybe I would call a creative entrepreneur. So I think when our labels are stripped away, I feel like I can rise to the occasion and kind of push myself to even better successes, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely been one of those years where we all have to kind of redefine productivity for ourselves.
Yeah.
And with that being said, I'm also a painter too, right? And I understand that, we all love different aspects of our craft. What is your relationship like with painting, and more specifically with portrait painting?
Well, I think for me, I like to tell stories with my painting and portraits. I think for me, I use a lot of different materials within the painting because I want to create something that people want and desire. I'm really big on desire, luxury, elegant. I study a lot of French painting. And I think about work that people they have an insatiable desire for. And so I try to bridge the gap between art and consumerism because I feel like art is a form of intellectual entertainment, but it does compete with the things that we need, such as food, shelter, entertainment, those things. So I try to put it in that realm. So that's why you'll see that I use, currency. I use a lot of brands that people recognize because I'm trying to get the art off the wall into people's lives.
Yes, and I definitely see some of the things that you mentioned. I see that you're using a lot of different materials and almost in like a collage-like manner. And I love the textures, the vibrancy of this work. Can you tell me about some of your artistic choices for Telvin's portrait?
Yes. Well, first of all, you have a layer of paint, traditional acrylic paint. I wanted this portrait to be a large-scale portrait because I think, for the impact, I wanted people to get that. But there's also a story that I use with using different paper textures. As you see, there's a lot of animal print. It's kind of like I use that kind of to tell the story of hunting. If you can think of, protection and hunting and food and, just getting your basic needs. I use, if you can see these bullets here, a lot of people are, these are kind of a hot topic as far as, what's going on in the world. But I use these mostly to tell the story of the power that we have every day. So each bullet to me represents every day, the power of a day, your 24 hours. and what you can do in that 24 hours. You know, sometimes we waste our bullets. Sometimes we maximize the power of our bullets. You know, you might think of your birthday or a holiday. That's when you, you know, celebrate, or you feel like your day is important. So I try to show through the objects that we know metaphors for life, because I think bullets and money are such hot topics in our lives. They're such real objects to us, and I try to use that to educate the viewers to how they can, you know, relate that to their everyday lives.
Yep. I definitely enjoy how the bullets, the money, the shoes, all of these things come together and culminate for a beautiful story. Mm-hmm. And especially when you have a portrait and you see the soul of the person. So all of this together creates something that, I mean, your eyes can't stay off of this painting, especially with the resin. I love it. Which leads me to ask, because you are an artist and you just painted a portrait of another artist, how do you feel about your portrait that William Paul Thomas painted?
Well, I told him before the portrait, I was very honored for him to have painted a portrait of me. A lot of times artists don't get a chance to experience the act of being painted. You know, we spend so much time painting other people. So to be able to relax a little bit and have somebody interpret who we are, we get to see how we are seen in the world. Well, I think with William Paul Thomas's portrait of myself, I was deeply touched by his rendition of me, because he used non-traditional colors to tell the story of what he saw in me. We had extensive conversations about life, about, you know, our careers. We had conversations about how we have similarities in our upbringings and differences, and how we're different, because we've seen each other in different circles, but we never really got a chance to really talk. But I kind of chased him down because I knew, based on the conversations we had, that he would be a good friend. And so what he captured in me was kind of a culmination of that experience.
Yes, and it's definitely a beautiful piece of work. Yeah. I want to thank you for your time, and congratulations on the exhibition.
All right.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.